All right, guys, welcome back to another video of Shaman J. If you want to know about Samsung's tri-folding phone, just go directly to Samsung's website, news.samsung.com. This is a global site, so it's going to give you all the information about the phone. They've released a video on it, and it details how it's made, the waterproofing, all of that. But I'm showing you this here because I want you to see exactly what you're getting into. For those that don't know, this is the most important part right here. 3.9 millimeters at its thickness, at its thinnest point when it's open. That's when it's all the way open. And it's roughly 12.9 or 12 plus millimeters when it's closed. You're going to have basically a stack of 3 screens. You've got the Snapdragon Elite mobile processor in there for Galaxy, a 200 megapixel shooter for the main camera. You've got a 5600 milliamp hour battery inside. And it has 3 panels, 45 watt charging, and so on and so on. So Samsung is definitely trying to make their mark in an area where no one has capitalized. This is my Fold 7, this is my Flip 7, Flip 6, and Fold 7. I'm a huge Fold fan, and I have other folding phones. Obviously, the OG, to me, is one of the well before its time. Who is this device for? Well, this is for a person, I would guess and speculate that this phone is for a person who goes to gas stations to buy milk. Jay, what do you mean? Well, a 10-inch tablet can be had for a couple $100, sometimes less. And if it's Android, you can really get them for pennies on the dollar. But everybody knows that Apple is running the tablet game with the iPad. It is a known fact. This isn't something that's new. It is running the tablet game. It has been since a tablet was released from Apple. It is no looking back. iPads everywhere. Even though Google has a beautiful tablet, Android tablets, for some reason, people aren't interested. I don't know why. Well, they are, but they don't have the impact on the industry like iPads do. So Samsung was the first to tackle the folding game here in the U.S. officially, I'll say, and take over, I'll say. They were the first to really dig in and plant their feet in the sand, and it's been there since. They've kind of like had the folding game on the U.S. on lock. No one's really able to compete with them. They have it on lock right now. And what they're doing is now they're going to the next level with this tri-fold, they're calling it. It folds 2 times, but tri-fold. It's got 2 hinges. And, they're trying to get a hold of a market before someone else does. Now, personally, I've used a phone like this before for a few weeks to a month. And honestly, folks, I had severe OCD because I like this right here. I like this right here. I like having this portion of screen right here. And I think this is obviously way more than enough for most people. But when I use the tri-folding or the dual fold, the tri-screen phone, I didn't open it up to 10 inches as much as I thought I would. And I did it just to consume media. I can tell you that using something like that to type on and edit on, editing might be fine on it, but typing on it, you're gonna have to use it in the elongated version of it, and I wasn't too impressed with it. I was not. I wasn't too impressed with their software. It was okay, but I think that's probably why I didn't like it as much as it was the software. I think once I get my hand on Samsung's version, software is going to be kind of a thing for me to make me actually like it more than I like the other versions of these 3 screen devices. Let's just be clear. But I didn't open it up as much as I thought I would. I thought I would have the phone open all the time to all 3 screens. I really did. But I just did that. And then it's a big device now when you put it into a tablet. So I had to prop it up on a stand to consume the media. I don't know. It just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. So I'm hoping that Samsung can capitalize in this market. I hope they can capitalize in this market and really create a new lane for themselves once again. They did it with the Galaxy Note. They did it with the Fold, the Flip. They've made moves that other companies are scared to make, and they've capitalized on it, and they've done well in those arenas. So as you can see here, standalone decks. I mean, it's got everything that a person is going to want on here. So this is what it looks like. If you haven't seen it already, for those that don't have time to keep up with all this tech stuff, this is what it looks like. And it's a good looking, it looks like this phone right here, but the body of this phone, like the texture and all that stuff, this is what it is. It looks exactly like this, but it's got the new camera module, like this phone right here. And it has this thin frame like this phone. So where does this fit into your life? Do you think you'd want to carry around a device like this? Do you think that you could actually do it? A lot of people are saying, oh, I'm going to get it. I'm getting it. However, folks, I hope you're considering the price, because it's basically this phone, like the Z Fold 7 with another screen. That's all it is. Look, 6.5 inch display. So, consider that it's 12.9 millimeters in thickness when it's all closed up, and 3.9 at its thinnest. So it's not even about the thickness with me. That doesn't even really matter. It's got that nice size battery in there, but the weight, folks, is going to be 309 grams. Consider all these things when you're saying, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get this. And then it has the 10 megapixel telephoto lens, the 12 megapixel ultra wide, the 10 megapixel selfie, the 10 megapixel main camera. I think this product is going to cost at least $3,000. And we start to look at that stuff, that doesn't say $3,000 to me. I don't know. I'm speculating. I don't know. I do not know. I do not have this product. Okay. I'm just giving you my thoughts on it right now from what Samsung has put out. I don't know what the price is going to be. Now, one plus is that it's going to be 16 gigs with 512 gigs of storage, or 1 terabyte. At least they did that. I think if this phone comes out over $2,500, there shouldn't even be a 512 option. It should be 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 3 terabyte, or whatever, starting at 1 terabyte with 24 gigs of RAM. Because look at the current folding products. Look at this product and what it costs. It starts at $2,000 for a 256 gig. So just consider all your options. That's all I'm saying. No micro SD card slot, and it has a 5,600 milliamp hour battery, 45 watt charging, and that charging is 2.0. Well, we've got 2.0 on phones that have been out for a minute from Samsung. I've got a lot of Samsung products, and it's going to be a nice product. It has IP48, as you say. If you see that video that they put out, it's kind of dumping it in water and stuff like that. So just bear that in mind, man. I mean, I'm not crapping all, and it only comes in that one color too, which is this color. It comes in this color right here. This is what the back and all that's going to look like. So, yeah, man, I'm really interested. But if the price comes in over $2,500, some of you guys who are saying that you're going to get it, just be mindful that you can get a tablet and a phone for that price. You can get a laptop, a tablet, and a phone for that price. But again, people looking at certain phones like these bigger folding phones, you're people who shop at gas stations. That's not a put down or anything like that. It's a joke, because gas station stuff is expensive. You go into a gas station and a gallon of milk is $10, but at the grocery store, it's $3. You see? So if you have the money and this device comes to the US market at $3,000 or $2,999 or $2,900, whatever it is, go for it. The tech in me won't allow me not to get it. I gotta go. I gotta experience. I want to experience everything I can when it comes to tech. And so I hope it comes to the US at a reasonable price, whatever reasonable is, because again, this is $2,000 to start for 256 gigs. So they can't price it anywhere close to this phone because people will just say no. I don't know. What do I know? All I can tell you is I think this phone is going to be a crazy nice device. It's going to be a nice flex to have an additional screen on top of this particular phone right here, because that's ultimately what you're getting. You're getting a third screen on this body. You're getting 2 of these beautiful hinges that they have and a 3rd screen. That's what you're getting. So consider that. Now, it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. My thoughts on it, I'm not sold yet, but I think it's actually going to be a fire device for a person who's actually going to use it in the full-blown tablet mode more than the average person. This phone is for people who want a 10-inch tablet predominantly in their life. They are tablet kings and queens. Not for the person who's coming from something like the Flip 6 or the Flip 7 or any of these phones. I think it's going to be a stretch, but I don't know. What are your thoughts on it? And what do you think that price is going to be if it comes to the US market? Right now, I believe it's just Korea, but we shall see. I would love different color options too, but it's just one color. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.